Have you ever looked up at the night sky and felt a strange pull? Not fear, not fascination, something deeper, like the sky itself was watching you back. It sounds poetic, but yogis have always warned, don't stare at the sky for too long. Not because it's dangerous for your eyes, but because the sky is not empty, it's alive. And if you're not ready, it can overwhelm your system in ways you can't imagine. Stay with me till the end, because by the time we finish, you'll understand why sky has been treated with equal parts reverence and caution in every yogic tradition. Modern science sees the sky as a vast emptiness sprinkled with stars. The yogic sciences see the sky as a field, a living expanse where every vibration, every thought, every movement of your energy body can get amplified. To a normal person, the sky feels peaceful. To someone sensitive, it feels like a vast ocean is pressing against the subtle body. When you stare at it for too long, your inner energies begin to loosen. The boundaries of your personality start expanding. For a prepared yogi, this is liberation. For someone unprepared, this expansion feels like drowning. The sky opens you up, but not everyone knows how to close. In mystic musings, Sadhguru says something profound. If you simply sit under the open sky for long enough, your energies will rise. But if you are not stable, they will scatter. This is the rare warning that most people skip. When your energies scatter, you don't become spiritual. You become vulnerable. The sky has no walls, no boundaries. If your mind is untrained, it dissolves into that largeness too fast, and when it comes back fragmented. This is why yogis were always taught to strengthen their inner stability before exposing themselves to the vastness of the sky. The sky's emptiness is not emptiness, it's pure potential. It holds every direction at once. It has no fixed shape. When your eyes fix on such a boundless space, your brain loses its usual anchors. Instead of focusing, it starts expanding. Normally, your mind stays within the boundaries of your body, your memories, your identity. But the moment you stare upward for too long, those boundaries start dissolving. It's like opening a door into a house that leads to an infinite desert. If the house is strong, it can remain intact. If it's fragile, it collapses under the pressure of infinity. Expansion sounds beautiful, but only if you have an anchor. A mind that expands without preparation loses its sense of direction. This is why people who stare at the sky for too long sometimes feel dizzy, disoriented, or emotionally overwhelmed. It's not physical, it's energetic. Your prana starts moving upward rapidly, and if your lower chakras aren't stabilized, the upward surge can leave you ungrounded. Yogis call this Vayu Utkramana, the upward dissipation of energy. It feels blissful for a moment and chaotic afterward. Have you noticed that yogis rarely meditate while looking upward? Instead, they sit on the ground, face the earth, hold their gaze slightly downward, because consciousness rises only when the body is grounded. The earth stabilizes you, the sky expands you. Stability before expansion. That was the formula. Without grounding, staring at the sky is like inhaling without exhaling. Eventually, the system collapses. In old yogic texts, there were subtle warnings. Do not stare at the sky during twilight. Do not gaze at the moon when the mind is disturbed. Do not remain under the open sky under vulnerable states. Why? Because the sky acts like a psychological amplifier. If you are peaceful, it amplifies peace. If you are anxious, it amplifies anxiety. If you are depressed, it amplifies heaviness. If you are unstable, it amplifies instability. The sky doesn't discriminate, it only magnifies. But when a yogi is stable, staring at the sky can become one of the most powerful spiritual practices. The sky dissolves boundaries. It erases rigid identities. It melts the idea of me and mine. A yogi can sit for hours, allowing their energy body to stretch into the cosmos without losing themselves. That's when true expansion happens, not a chaos but a conscious choice. The same sky that overwhelms an unprepared mind becomes a gateway to limitless perception for a trained one. Why were yogis drawn to mountains? Because mountains give you the sky, but with grounding. The earth beneath you is solid, ancient, massive. The sky above you is infinite. Between both forces, a yogi can expand safely. It's a controlled dissolution, not a collapse. This is why caves, not open fields, were preferred spaces. A cave gives you silence. The mountain holds your energy. And the sky outside tests your stability gradually. Think about this. Why would ancient yogis warn people about something as innocent as looking at the sky? Because they understood the mechanics of consciousness. They knew the mind is not just the brain, it's the field around you. And when that field meets the infinite field above, something profound happens. If you're ready, it becomes meditation. If you're not, it becomes imbalance. The sky is not empty, it is alive and infinitely responsive to your inner state. When the yogis said, "Be careful," they weren't restricting you, they were protecting your inner structure. If this video changed the way you look at the sky, share it with someone who thinks yogic warnings are superstition. There's a deep science woven into these ancient teachings, still waiting to be understood. Like the video, let me know your thoughts into the comments, and subscribe to the channel for more explorations into mystic musings, inner science, and the hidden mechanics of consciousness. Until next time, stay grounded, stay aware, and keep your eyes open to the mysteries above you.